Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope this looks okay. I had to readjust some settings on my camera, so I hope it looks okay. But today I am 8 weeks pregnant and it's so exciting. I'm so excited to be able to do these updates and just to be pregnant, of course, but it's exciting that I'll be able to do these updates and I'm just so excited for it. And I think what I'm gonna do is do these bi-weekly, every 2 weeks. I feel like weekly I feel like some stuff should just be repetitive, and I feel like not a whole lot changes week to week. So I figured I'd do these like every 2 weeks. So maybe be on the lookout, like every other Sunday or Monday is when I will probably put these out. So today I'm 8 weeks pregnant. I downloaded the app, the What to Expect pregnancy app. So I've kind of been going off that, like just seeing how big the baby is and all that stuff. So let's see what it says. Week 8, the baby's, the eyes, the retinas begin to develop pigment. It's growing at an amazing rate. It's about raspberry size. It was blueberry last week and now it's graduated to about a raspberry size. And it says how big the baby is a little bit harder to estimate, and the growth occurs about 1 millimeter a day. So yeah, what else does it say? The baby is looking a lot more baby-like this week. So our next ultrasound, it probably is not going to look like a blob, and it's probably going to look like an actual baby. The tail is almost gone. So yeah, that's exciting. So it's about the size of a raspberry this week. So it's just exciting just to hear how big the baby is and all that. And I remember with like Delaney and our quads, I remember each week when we'd get, or however many ultrasounds we got every couple weeks, you could like tell a big difference from like 8 weeks to like 12 weeks. So our next ultrasound will be, I think I'll be like almost 12 weeks. So I'm sure we'll be able to tell a big difference in how the baby looks. But I'm gonna start, I actually filmed this video yesterday, and then I started thinking about it after I got done, and I was like, I left so much out that I wanted to say. So I just got home from church and I wanted to refilm this. So I'm just going to start with how I've been feeling and my symptoms. I've had a lot of symptoms, and I'm not going to say these symptoms to complain at all. This is a pregnancy update, so I just want everybody to know just kind of how I'm feeling, and maybe other people that might be pregnant are feeling this way, or I felt this way too. One of my main symptoms has been fatigue. I've been so extremely tired. I will say that the past few days that has gotten actually a lot better, but very tired to where like I just wanted to take a nap all day long, which with 2 kids, that was hard. I couldn't do that. But so the next symptom that is a pretty big symptom I've been having, which a lot of people have this. If you have never had this, I was talking to somebody the other day, I'm like, how do people like not get sick when they're pregnant? But nausea. The nausea was pretty bad, and I had said that I wanted to do everything I could to avoid having to take medicine, nausea medicine. However, I have no shame in it because I have to do what I have to do to function with the 2 kids I have now. When I was pregnant before, I had no kids, and even though I did take the medicine with my last 2 pregnancies, everything turned out fine. I was good. I was able to function. So I ended up having to call my doctor and say, look, I can barely get out of bed. I can barely do anything, I feel like. So he ended up calling me in some nausea medicine, and I don't want to take it every day if I don't have to. I just want to take it like as needed. And so I took it the first day. I didn't have to take it the second day, and I've taken it the last 2 days. And I've noticed a big difference in how I feel since I've been taking that. I've had a lot more energy. I don't know if it's necessarily because of that, or I've just felt so much better. I can actually get up and do things. And when Delaney says, Mama, let's go play, I'm not like, oh, I feel so terrible and I don't want to do anything. And so no shame that I have to take it. I've got to do what I got to do to function with the 2 kids I have now, and this medicine helps me function. Food aversions. I've been able to eat a whole lot more since I've started the medicine. And I actually just ate some chicken, and I haven't really been able to eat meat the past 2 weeks. It just sounds really gross to me. But I just ate some chicken, and it was really good, and it didn't taste gross or anything. And so a lot of things I've been able to eat. Cereal, I've been eating cereal a lot. Just whatever sounds good. I'm just basically trying to eat what I can, which is, I haven't been eating a whole lot, but whatever sounds good, that's what I want to eat. Whether it's the healthiest thing, the non-healthiest thing, I've been loving ramen noodles, but it's something that I've been able to eat, and not a lot sounded good. So that was something that I was like, well, if I'm able to eat it, I'm going to eat it. Another symptom that I've been having is I have just kind of felt kind of uncomfortable feeling in my belly, just I guess from stretching and just stuff like that. But there for a while, it was really hard to sleep at night. I was just uncomfortable feeling, and that has actually gotten better. I've been feeling better. I know I mentioned my pregnancy pillow, my Snuggle pregnancy pillow in my vlogs, and I slept with that one night, and it wasn't doing much for me like I remembered it before. And I feel like it's just so thick, and that's not what I like in a pillow now. So if you guys have any recommendations on a pregnancy pillow that you really love, let me know. I've just been using a regular size pillow and just kind of hugging it and sleeping with it and putting it under my belly and stuff to keep me comfortable. Have bought a few maternity clothes just because I just want to be comfortable, and my non-maternity clothes, some of them are getting tight and non-comfortable, and I just really want to be comfortable this pregnancy. So I went ahead and bought a few maternity shirts, some maternity leggings and jeggings, and they are so comfortable. So I have no shame that I'm buying maternity clothes already. I'll show you my bump in just a little bit, but yeah. I already bought a few maternity clothes. Like I said, I just want to be comfortable, and that's what makes me comfortable, and it's exciting just buying stuff like that. I had a doctor's appointment this past week, and I vlogged that, and we saw the heartbeat, and I was 7 weeks 4 days is what the baby measured at that appointment. It's really hard to tell still what exactly I am, but based on my last ultrasound, they're saying I'm 8 weeks today. That could possibly change at my next ultrasound. I'll be almost 12 weeks then, and the baby may measure something different. But he said we're going to go based off of that, because see, if you guys remember, I don't know my last cycle and all that. I'm very irregular with my cycles, so that will just really, something that's really hard to tell with me is my exact due date. But we're going based off of my last ultrasound, which would be I'm 8 weeks today. So I don't think I mentioned, but I wanted to include it in this update. My pregnancy with Delaney. I was watched very carefully with that pregnancy, just because of my history. The pregnancy before that was with my quads, and we lost them at 17 weeks. I went into preterm labor. My water broke really early, and because of that, he said, I really think you're going to have a successful pregnancy, being that you only have one in your belly now. But they just wanted to watch me really carefully and do things to prevent preterm labor if that were to happen again. So with Delaney, what we did was at 15 weeks, we started something called hydroxyprogesterone shots. And from 15 to 36 weeks, I believe, I got a weekly shot, and that helps prevent preterm labor. It's not something that I may not have necessarily had to have, but because of my history, my doctor said, let's do it to be on the safe side. I also had ultrasounds every 2 weeks, I believe. I was at the doctor every 2 weeks from like 15 to a certain amount of weeks. And then I went weekly, but just checking my lining of I don't even remember the terms. I think just my lining to check and make sure that was measuring good still, and I wasn't going to go into labor anytime soon. And so we took the hydroxyprogesterone from 15 to 35 or 36 weeks. I also had high blood pressure starting at about 30 to 31 weeks or so. And at the end of my pregnancy, I ended up developing preeclampsia, a mild case of preeclampsia. And that started at 36 weeks. I was in the hospital, and that's when they determined I had a mild case of preeclampsia. And I was in the hospital a few times before that with my blood pressure and issues. I was in the hospital one time before that because I was dilating early. So I know that sounds like, man, you had a complicated pregnancy. But I mean, at the time, it didn't really seem like that. But we just want to do everything we can just to ensure I have a successful pregnancy. And because I've also lost 40 pounds, I even asked my doctor, you know, what are my chances maybe I won't have blood pressure issues this time? He said he don't think I will have as many issues that I've lost so much weight. So we'll see. Hopefully I won't have blood pressure issues this time. That's just something we'll have to see. We are also gonna go ahead and start the hydroxyprogesterone shots at about 15 or 16 weeks. He said, because I had a successful pregnancy last time, let's do it again, because it's not something that's going to hurt you, but it's something that worked last time, whether you really need it or not. We just want to make sure that you have a successful pregnancy again. Also, for the preeclampsia, he said that many studies have shown that if you start taking baby aspirin at about 12 weeks, that can help prevent preeclampsia. So we're going to also do that just to hopefully help with that. They induced me exactly 37 weeks on the day. The day I went in to be induced, I was not even in labor yet. Or actually, I was in the hospital, but I was not in labor yet. But I was already dilated to a 5 at 37 weeks. So I guess it makes me wonder, like, if it wasn't for the progesterone shots that I was on weekly, and all that, and I guess it makes me wonder, like, would I have dilated and went into labor even earlier than that? So we're going to do those things to hopefully prevent any preterm labor, anything happening. Like I said, my doctor was like, you know, it may not be absolutely necessary, but because that helped you have a successful pregnancy with Delaney, we need to do this again just in case, just to be on the safe side. So I don't know if that means we'll go every 2 weeks like we did with her and get my lining checked still. I'm not sure exactly that yet, but my next appointment is at about 12 weeks. And so I guess we'll talk more about that and more about starting the shots and all that, but we're definitely going to start those at about 16 weeks this time. But I kind of wanted to give you guys that history. I don't think I've ever went into detail about my pregnancy with Delaney. It was a scary pregnancy just because of what we had went through before, and I just wanted, my doctors were amazing. My doctor was amazing to look after me really good and made sure I had a successful pregnancy and made sure that no complications were going on and all that. And everything ended up going good. We had a healthy baby, and that was the main thing in the end. No matter how many times I was in the hospital, no matter how many shots I had to get, no matter how many times I was at the doctor with blood pressure and monitoring the baby and all that, it didn't even matter, because in the end we had a healthy baby and we have a healthy 4.5-year-old now. So yeah, my next appointment is at almost 12. I'll be 11 weeks in so many days, almost 12 weeks. So I'm excited for that, and we'll do another ultrasound, he said, and all that. So we're excited for that, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you my belly now. Keep in mind, I know so many people are like, oh, everybody says it's just bloat when you're in the first trimester and all that. But I will say, even when I wake up in the morning, that bump is still there. I feel like if it was bloat, like when I'm bloated, the next morning when I wake up, that bloat is gone. And so, I don't know, maybe a little bit of it is still bloat. I will say that sometimes when I eat more, I'm like, oh, my belly looks bigger. So some of it may still be some bloat, but I will say when I wake up the next morning, the belly's still there. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you my belly. I'm actually wearing a dress today. We actually just got home from church, so I'm wearing a dress. All right, so I'm on my bed. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. But, okay. There we go. There. It probably looks huge on camera, but it kind of does look huge in this dress. But this is my 8-week belly. And so, yeah, this is from the front. I'm not going to pull this up because you don't want to see what's underneath there. But yeah, 8 weeks. And I know everybody's like, why are you showing so early? And why does your belly look big so early? Everybody shows different, whether you've had 7 kids or whether you have 2 kids. I feel like maybe your frame and stuff, and I think everybody says it depends on how many kids you've had in the past. And so technically this is my 3rd pregnancy. with my quads, I was definitely showing, even though we lost them at 17 weeks, I was showing like way farther than that. I was in like probably like 30 weeks, close to it is what my belly was actually measuring for like a single pregnancy. But everybody's different, everybody shows different, but like I said, in the mornings when I wake up, that's still there, and I'm like, if it's bloat, you would think most of that would go away, but who knows? I don't know. We'll see how it continues to grow and stuff, but yeah, this is my 8-week update. Stay tuned for my next update. I will be 10 weeks in my next update. So I'm excited to do these updates. Hope you guys enjoy them. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.